Gully. My name is Perry Elijah. I work here at the Language Center. This is my version of how our ancestors were forced out of their land and moved here to Upper Canada in 1840. But first, I want to introduce the story of the Peacemaker. When he entered into the territory of our ancestors, he met a man sitting on a large stone, and beside the large stone was a large log. So the Peacemaker told the man, "I will call you people Oneidas, people of the standing stone, or Niagara, people of the large log." When the Europeans came to our country in the 1500s, the Dutch and the British called our ancestors the Oneidas. This picture here shows when our people were forced off their land. One of the things that happened was the United States, the Americans, and the British. The Americans were fighting the British for their freedom and independence. But this fight was fought in the territory of the Iroquois, our people. And one of the things that took place was there was a council held in Oneidas as to what to do about the war, because some were undecided. Some wanted to fight, some didn't want to fight. Some of them wanted to stay neutral. So the council fire was turned over, and each nation was left on its own of what to do about the war. Our Oneida ancestors fought on the side. They supported the Americans in the war, and because of that, in 1779, the British destroyed the villages of our Oneida. Not only the villages, but their corn, their food supply, their trees. They destroyed all of that for supporting the Americans. So then in turn, the Americans, in what's known as Sullivan's Campaign, destroyed the villages of the Seneca, Cayuga, Oneidas, and the Mohawks. And this is where they set them all on fire, all the longhouses, resulting in our people becoming homeless in their own territory. So what they did was, a lot of them, an estimated 5,000 headed out west to the Buffalo Creek Reservation, which was under the protection of the British. Up here was known as Fort Niagara. This is where Joseph Brant was stationed. So this whole area was under the protection of the British. In 1830, President Jackson signed the Indian Removal Act, which made it legal to push all Indian people off their land. In 1838, at Buffalo Creek, our ancestors were told they had 3 years to remove to the west, to either Green Bay, Wisconsin, or to the Indian Territory in Kansas. But this part of the Oneidas didn't want to go out west, so they decided to seek protection from the British in Upper Canada instead. A delegation of Oneida men made their way to Delaware Township, Upper Canada, where they found a tract of land consisting of 5,400 acres at $3 an acre, totaling $15,000. In June of 1840, another delegation of Oneida went to Albany, where they made an agreement with the state of New York for the removal. The United States government gave the Oneidas $15,000 that they needed to buy this land. In the fall of 1840, a group of 200 Oneida men, women, and children left Oneida Castle. They boarded a canal boat and headed west across on the Erie Canal to Buffalo. Once they reached Buffalo, the Oneida people boarded a steamer and headed across Lake Erie to Port Stanley. Once they reached Port Stanley, they set on foot and headed on the old trail, where they stopped and spent the night in shedding. The next morning, October 10th, the party of 200 Oneida people set out on foot again and finally reached their destination, to the 5,400 acre tract of land in Delaware Township, which each individual Oneida purchased at the sum of $41. The first night, the Oneida people spent the night along the Thames River across from Colborne, Muncie. This is my version of the events that took place in 1840 to let our people here where we still are today.